Okay, boomer marks the end of friendly generational relations. Now it's war. Gen Z has finally snapped over climate change and financial inequality. Boomers. Calls Gen Z stupid. Boomers. Calls Gen Z sensitive. Boomers. Calls Gen Z snowflakes. Boomers. Calls Gen Z. Gen Z. Okay, boomer. Boomers. Me. Turns up to court in a fursuit. Hi, I'm your public defender. Me. Tears in my eyes begging the judge. I'll plead guilty if you arrest them too. The judge. Also in a fursuit. Overruled. If you identify with the Joker in any way, shape, or form, I'm gonna need you to get in your clown car and drive the F away from me, please. What if I'm the Joker, but like goofy 50s Joker, where his plans involved tricking the mayor into thinking he's on a high-class vacation to Europe, so he could impersonate him and pass silly laws in Gotham? You can stay, for now. I need this outfit for when the police come and tell me my rich husband died in mysterious circumstances. The police walk in, and you're wearing the one on the left. When they tell you he's dead, you gasp daintily, excuse yourself for a moment, then come back in the one on the right. When you lose your student ID and get a new one, they put 2 to proclaim it's your second one, like a scarlet letter. And I work in the library, and for the second time someone turned in a lost ID. That shook me to my core. 19. Please get a lanyard. In case anyone's wondering, that's over $500 USD in ID replacements. It kind of really confuses me when Barbie commercials have little girls dressing them up and brushing their hair. Like, no, Barbie is not about fashion. Barbie is about collecting as many dolls as you can get your grubby 7-year-old hands on and dominating the living room with your expansive empire of plastic women. Barbie is about creating intricate social structures and spicy inter-family conflicts between townhouse residents. Barbie is about formulating complex backstories for tortured Ken dolls with emotional scars. It's about creating near sadistic dramatic plot twists that split up marriages and cause that one Barbie you really dislike to be ceremoniously tossed down the stairs in order to be offed by the jealous ex-wife of Ken 4. Yes, but how do you make it into a marketable commercial that won't freak parents and caregivers out? I've always had the impression that advertisers don't really understand how girls play with their toys. When I played with Barbies, I had this thing called the Dead Pit, which was a purple Bratz laundry hamper. So whenever a Barbie got killed off, she would go in there, and what I would do was I would carry her to the Dead Pit while singing the Dead Pit song. The Dead Pit song was just saying the Dead Pit over and over again in different tones. Anyway, once I finally reached the pit, I would announce name has died and drop her in. I would wait a few moments. Then, I would violently shake the hamper while shrieking, pretending to be the tortured souls of dead Barbies from the underworld. I thought it was hilarious. Me, begging, tears in my eyes. Please just tell me what the book is about. The plot, please. A book annotation on the cover, unfazed. A subversive masterpiece. A deep and touching story. The New York Times bestseller. Go F yourself. If you have a dog, you are legally obligated to pet them right this instant. You have 15 seconds. My dogs are at home. I'm in the middle of calculus, and it's a 30-minute drive home. Sprint. I wish I could terrorize ancient people with things that are commonplace today. Releasing a Roomba into the Greek forums. No talk with us, we angry. I'm forming a bloggers union. Make sure to pay your monthly dues, and you'll be protected by people who steal your posts. This doesn't sound a union. This sounds like the mob. Tony, soft block her knees in. A non-programmable calculator is permitted. Crying is allowed, but please, do so quietly, it can be disruptive. Do not wipe tears on exam paper. Fetal position is okay. Higher education. A Very Potter musical is one of the greatest things on the planet, and it was created by college students with $150 who were high off their ass. May I mention that about 1/3 of the budget was spent on Ron's giant Hershey bar. You may. I can't believe that I never considered the possibility that they were high. Behold a man. Oh, I deeply regret teaching my cat how to talk. Oh, would you elaborate? Okay, so one night like a week or two ago, Kurt was meowing at me, and one of the meows sounded like he was saying "Huo." So since then I started saying "Huo" instead of meowing back at him, like I do with all his cat sounds. Naturally, and slowly his meows evolved into something vaguely Huo, like with the 1 or 2 true and powerful Huos a day. But now that you have backstory, I was just standing in my kitchen making rice. Everything's dead silent, and suddenly this fking Huo echoes through the whole apartment, and it almost killed me. I actually got in huge trouble with my fiance's sister for that. One night, I heard Fish meowing, and it kinda sounded like she was saying hello, so I decided to encourage it. If no one was going to try to get the cat to stop screaming at 3 AM, I wanted to try to get her to scream words, so everyone would be as disturbed about it as I was. For the better part of 3 years, I used treats to reward her whenever she spoke, while not letting anyone else know I was trying to teach her stuff. One day, my fiance's sister goes to give Fish a treat, and the cat whiffs it, misses the treat completely, and it bounces under the fridge. So she's trying to stick her paw under to get it back. Oh no, Fish, you lost your snack. I know. Instant chaos. It wasn't even Fish's best words. If she had only said it once, maybe no would have noticed, but the repetition got attention, and everyone just lost it. I made the mistake of praising Fish, and suddenly I have a sister turn on me. Are you why she says oh no all the time? Apparently Fish rarely meows properly anymore, and will say oh no whenever she's mildly inconvenienced, and wants a human to fix it for her. Cat, when I'm snuggling him. I've never met you in my life, you bastard, you fiend. Stop this at once. Cat, when I'm busy doing something and can't pet him right that second. Where is my kisses from mommy? Where is my snuggles and cuddles that I crave so dearly? You are a cruel and unjust mother, and I'm going to scream. In the near future, you are making dinner because you are about to meet your girlfriend's dad for the first time. All you have in the kitchen is cooked frozen steaks. In walks your girlfriend and her dad, Gordon Ramsay. This isn't a prompt. This a fully finished horror story. The horror story is about how my girlfriend needs to leave immediately because I'm going to F her dad. When an old person assumes that I don't know what a cassette or VHS tape is, I was raised on them, you be. Old person. By the way, of VHS's. Me. I was born in 1997, not yesterday. Confirmed. I once had to rush back inside a convention hall as the con was closing in order to retrieve a sick friend's medication, and I didn't understand why people in the crowd were jumping out of my way. Literally one guy vaulted a table until I realized I was dressed as the Winter Soldier and doing the murder walk, because that's just how I walk in those boots. I got the meds, got out, and made a mental note. I repeated the experiment later, wearing the boots, but otherwise my usual clothing and mimicking the expression I thought I'd had at that moment. People parted like I was Charlton Heston. I now wear that style of boots whenever possible. I recently had a man do a double take as I walked by and ask me, politely, where I had served, because I looked like a soldier. I'm not current or former military. I was wearing a flowy purple peasant top and looked as unsoldier-like as possible. Moral of the story: wear comfortable shoes, square your shoulders, and walk like you've been sent to murder Captain America. Walk like you've been sent to murder Captain America. Non-local R code equals hang up. Obvious telemarketer local area code equals hang up. His one is also a telemarketer, but trying to be sneaky. Never answer the phone ever. This is why everyone on this website is a virgin. I'm not gonna ref the telemarketer man.